Today we are going to discuss electric flux and Gauss law. So electric flux and Gauss law in electrostatics. Now, what is meant by electric flux? Now, go through this one. Electric flux. First one is electric flux. What is meant by electric flux? So electric flux is denoted by letter phi. Electric flux is denoted by letter phi. So that is denoted by letter phi. Now, electric flux is nothing but number of field lines passing through unit area. Number of field lines passing through unit area. That is the nothing but electric flux. What is meant by electric flux? The number of field lines passing through unit area is nothing but electric flux only. That is denoted by letter phi. Now, what is the equation for this one? Electric flux can be written as phi equal to EA cos theta. So, for example, this is the surface. Assume that this is one surface. For this one, electric field is directed like this. Aerial vector is always perpendicular to that surface. Aerial vector is always perpendicular to any surface. Aerial vector means that should be perpendicular to the surface. So, this board is called aerial vector. So, this is perpendicular. And this black pen a pen direction lo untadi. So ee direction exactly perpendicular to the board adi aerial vector for this board. Ade deeniki ee surface ki aithe aerial vector ila undi. So aerial vector ala undi. Next electric field ela undi. Renditiki madhyalo angle enta? Theta is the angle between electric field and aerial vector. Now assume that theta is the angle between electric field and aerial vector. Now, so what is the area of the surface? A, capital A or dA. We can take it as A or dA. Now, flux passing through the surface is given by the equation EA cos theta. EA cos theta. What is E? That is the magnitude of the electric field. What is A? Area of the surface. What is theta? Theta is the angle between electric field and aerial vector. Theta is the angle between electric field and aerial vector. Now, what is the direction of aerial vector? Aerial vector should be perpendicular to the plane, particular plane. Aerial vector is always perpendicular to that particular plane. Aerial vector is always perpendicular to that particular plane. Now, so what is the flux equation? EA cos theta. So here cos theta is there, so that in vector notation we can write this equation as E bar dot A bar. We can write the same equation as E bar dot A bar. So E is electric field, A is aerial vector. So here we need to write a dot product. Now, so when you will get maximum value, when you will get minimum value. Flux is maximum when, for example, if theta equal to 0, case 1, theta equal to 0. If theta equal to 0, then substitute 0 here. Cos 0 is how much? 1. So flux phi equal to
Yeah.
That is nothing but maximum.
Absolutely.
The maximum value. Next is 90. Then cos 90 is 0. So that you'll get phi as 0. Next, third case. Theta equal to 180 degrees. Theta equal to 180. Then phi equal to minus EA. Then phi equal to minus EA. So, in among these two, which one is minimum? This is the minimum because the minus EA. So, minus value is there. So, that is minimum. We need to take that one as a minimum value. So, if theta equal to 0, substitute this one, substitute that value in this equation, then you will get a EA, that is maximum. If theta equal to 90, then phi equal to 0. Theta is 180, that is phi equal to minus EA. So theta equal to 0 means, so how can you specify this one? Theta is 0 means aerial vector and electric field are parallel. Aerial vector and electric field are parallel. Or for this one, electric field is perpendicular to surface. We can say like this also. If electric field is perpendicular to surface, then theta equal to 0. So this is the surface. For this one, if electric field is perpendicular to the surface, then Area vector and electric field value, angle between aerial vector and electric field is 0. So remember this one. Here I am writing perpendicular, not parallel. So if they given with respect to the surface, E should be perpendicular to the surface. Then only theta equal to 0. Then only theta equal to 0. Next, here theta is 90, or we can say that E is parallel to aerial vector or parallel to surface. E is parallel to surface. Parallel to surface. So we can conclude like that. Sometimes they will give that electric field is perpendicular to the surface. Now what is the electric flux? So how much is the value? EA. So if electric field is parallel to the surface, then what is the electric flux? Phi equal to 0. So remember this one. Here 90 is there, but I am writing here parallel. If there is an angle between electric field and surface, so that is different from theta. This angle is different from theta. So remember this one. So ikkada verega rastunam. Theta equal to 0 ante enti? Electric field, aerial vector parallel ga unnai. So danni ela cheppochu inka electric field and surface are perpendicular ani kuda cheppochu. Electric field, aerial vector parallel ga unnayante electric field, surface ela untayi? Perpendicular ga untayi. So these are the cases. Next one. Can I go through the next one? Next. So if variable electric field is given, then the same equation can be written as phi equal to E bar dot A bar. The same equation can be written as phi equal to integral E bar dot dA bar. So if electric field is a variable, then we can write like this. So integral. Next one. What is the SI unit of electric flux? For electric field, Newton per area meter square. Newton per coulomb and area meter square. So Newton meter square by coulomb. Newton meter square by coulomb is the SI unit for electric flux, or voltmeter. Voltmeter is the SI unit for electric flux. Electric flux SI unit is either voltmeter or Newton meter square by coulomb. Next one. Next one, for any closed surface, outward flux is taken as positive. Outward flux is positive and inward flux is negative. So sign convention we can take like this. So is it a vector or scalar? Phi is a dot product, so that it is a scalar quantity. Electric flux is a scalar quantity because that is a dot product is there in basic equation, so that it should be a scalar. Now next one. So Gauss law in electrostatics. Gauss law in electrostatics. So now what is the basic statement of Gauss law? So simple, we can give the statement from this equation. So here what is the equation? Phi equal to, what is the equation here? Phi equal to 1 by epsilon naught into Q enclosed. Now, so from this equation we can give the statement. So what is the statement? So according to Gauss law, electric flux linked with the surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the surface. So just this statement I am reading. So what is phi? Electric flux linked with a closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the charge within that surface, charge enclosed by the surface. Just I am reading this equation only. That is the statement. So go through this one. What is phi? Electric flux linked with the surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the surface. 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the surface. So that is the statement of Gauss law. So what is the statement or equation? Q enclosed by epsilon naught is the formula. So according to Gauss law, phi equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught, or phi can be written as E dot ds na or E bar dot A bar is Q enclosed by epsilon naught. So these are the two equations for Gauss law. These are the two equations for Gauss law. So what is the basic statement? Gauss law basic statement is flux linked with a closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the surface. That is the statement. Go through this one. Total flux linked with a closed surface called Gaussian surface is 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the surface. So just read this equation, write this equation in terms of matter, then you will get a statement for this Gauss law. So Gauss law statement ekkadi nunchi vachindi, ee equation nunchi vachindi. So equation clear ga unda? So is this clear or not? So check cheyandi okasari equation. So is the equation is clear? Can I go through the next one? No. So application చూద్దాం. So simple formula. What is the formula for Gauss law? Phi equal to 1 by epsilon naught into Q enclosed or Q total in that surface. Q enclosed. Now, first application. For example, so here is the surface. Within the surface, one dipole is placed. Within the surface, one dipole is placed. What is meant by dipole? Dipole and enti? So what is meant by dipole? Dipole means so two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance. Dipole is dipole consists of two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance. That is the dipole. So here is the dipole that encloses the surface encloses this dipole. Now this surface is called Gaussian surface. Now, so according to Gauss law, what is the basic statement? Total flux linked with the surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught Q enclosed. So here 1 by epsilon naught Q enclosed is how much? What is the total charge? Enclosed charge means total charge. How much is the total charge? Plus Q minus Q. Just a total charge means charge is a scalar quantity, so you can add directly. So first one is plus Q, other one is minus Q. So how much you will get? 0. Plus Q minus Q. How much it is? Total is 0 only. Now, so flux passing through the surface is 0 for a dipole. So if a dipole enclosed by a surface, then what is the flux passing through surface? 0. That is the first application. Because the total charge is how much here? Just add these two charges. Total charge is 0. Total charge is 0 na? Or Q enclosed is 0. Q enclosed is 0 means phi should be 0. Next one. Next application. So here three different charges are there. They are enclosed by a surface. So Gaussian surface ante oke shape undala? Ledu. A shape aina undochu. So it may take any shape. Gaussian surface ante a shape aina undochu. Fixed shape e undadu. Now, so here three charges are enclosed by this surface. One is of plus Q1, second one plus Q2, third one minus Q3. Plus Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3. Plus Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3 are the three charges enclosed by the surface. Now can you calculate total flux passing through this one according to Gauss law? So what is Gauss law? What is the basic equation from Gauss law? 1 by epsilon naught into Q enclosed. Q enclosed. So we can write phi equal to 1 by epsilon naught. Here what is the total charge? Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3. So here you need to take signs as it is. Sign కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేసుకోవాలి యాడ్ చేసినట్టు. సో Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3. Q enclosed బదులు ఏం రాస్తున్నాం మనం? టోటల్ చార్జ్ ఆర్ Q enclosed ఏం రాయొచ్చు? Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3. సో అంటే ఇలా తీసుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్, సో ఇదే సర్ఫేస్ లో Q4 బయట ఉంది అనుకోండి, అవుట్ సైడ్ ది సర్ఫేస్ Q4 ఉంటే నో నీడ్ టు టేక్ దిస్ Q4. అంటే అవుట్ సైడ్ ది సర్ఫేసెస్ ఏ చార్జ్ ఉన్నా తీసుకోకర్లా, విత్ ఇన్ ద సర్ఫేస్ ఉన్న చార్జెస్ తీసుకోవాలి. Q4 Q5 ఇవన్నీ అవుట్ సైడ్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, సో అవి కన్సిడర్ చేసుకోకర్లేదు. జస్ట్ విత్ ఇన్ ద గాసియన్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏముంటాయో సో ఆ చార్జెస్ మొత్తం రాయాలి ఇక్కడ. So what you have to what we have to substitute? You have to substitute charges. Those are within the Gaussian surface only. So surface లోపల ఉన్నాయి consider చేసుకోవాలి, outside ఉన్నాయి consider చేసుకోకర్లేదు. So that is the important point in this one. Next one. Next application. If a closed body is placed in a electric field, assume that a closed body that is placed in a electric field, either uniform or non-uniform. A closed body is placed in a electric field that is either a uniform electric field or non-uniform electric field. For either one, electric flux is zero only. Total electric flux linked with the surface will be zero for a closed body that is placed in a electric field, either uniform or non-uniform. So electric field, electric flux is how much for a closed body that is placed in a uniform or non-uniform electric field? That should be a zero. Next one. Here one hemispherical bowl is there that is placed in a uniform electric field. So parallel lines are there, so that indicates that that is a uniform electric field. Now for this one, aerial vector is like this, that is represented with n cap. Aerial vector is like that is represented with n cap. So aerial vector and electric field direction are opposite to each other. Check this diagram. Electric field and aerial vector are directed opposite to each other. Then, so here, what is the total flux according to the previous concept? If any object, closed object placed in electric field, total flux is how much? Total flux is zero only. So that use that concept and write down this equation. Flux passing through the curved surface. This is called a curved surface, and this one is a flat surface. Flux passing through the curved surface plus flux passing through circular surface should be equal to zero. So that is from a previous statement. So what is the previous statement? If any closed object placed in a electric field, then total flux is zero. So use that condition and write down this equation. Next, if you rearrange this equation, then you will get this one. Flux passing through curved surface equal to negative of the flux passing through circular one. Negative of the flux passing through circular one. Now, for a circular one, what is the area? Flux formula is E A cos theta, na? E A cos theta. Now here, what is the electric field value? E. Area pi r square. What is the angle? Cos 180. Can I write like this? So here minus is there. So minus you have to put next E. This is E. This is pi r square is area and angle is 180 degrees, na? Cos 180. So for circular surface, this is the flux. EA cos theta. Just substitute the values. E into A is pi r square. So cos of the angle is cos 180. Next, cos 180 is minus 1. Na? Minus 1 becomes a plus. Then you will get a pi r square E. This is the flux passing through curved surface. Flux passing through curved surface is how much? Pi r square E is the flux passing through curved surface. Flux passing through curved surface is a pi r square E. Next one. Similar to this one, this is also a hemispherical bowl, but non-uniform electric field is there. So this is placed in a non-uniform electric field. So how I am saying this is a non-uniform electric field? Because lines are not parallel. Here these are the electric field lines. These are not parallel to each other. These are not parallel to each other. These are not parallel. So that we can conclude that that is a non-uniform electric field. So here a hemispherical bowl is placed in a non-uniform electric field. Now, so what is the total flux? Total flux is zero. That means flux passing through the curved surface plus flux passing through the flat surface or circular surface equal to zero. Flux passing through circular one plus flux passing through curved one equal to 0, or we can write flux passing through circular surface equal to minus of curved surface. Now, for a flux, what is the formula? Flux passing through curved surface. So what is the formula for flux passing through curved surface? Curved equal to E A cos theta. E A cos theta. E area of the curved surface. What is the area of the curved surface? For a sphere, 4 pi r square na area. Now this is a hemispherical semisphere. So semisphere means 2 pi r square is the area. 2 pi r square. So cos theta. So angle between electric field and aerial vector. So for this one, here electric field is like this, aerial vector also like this. So cos 0. EA cos 0. Area is how much? 2 pi r square. Just substitute that one here. Then you will get a flux passing through circular one is equal to minus 2 pi r square E. Minus 2 pi r square E. So this is the flux passing through flat surface or circular surface. Next. So these are the important, just go through the ones. Now here a charge of magnitude Q is placed within a cube. This is a charge of magnitude Q. This is a charge of magnitude Q that is placed within a cube. So cube means how many sides are there? Check it once. How many sides? Number of sides. How many number of sides are there for cube? 1, 2, 3, 4, front 5, back side 6. Total 6 sides are there. Total 6 sides are 6 faces are there. How many faces are? How many sides are there? 6. Next, similarly, how many corners are there? Number of corners. Number of corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number of corners are how many? 8 corners are there. Total 8 corners are there. Next one. Number of edges. How many number of edges are there? So check the diagram. How many number of edges are there? Edges. So this is one edge, second edge, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one, 9, 10, 11, and this one, 12. So total how many edges are there? From the diagram, check it once. How many edges are there? Total 12 edges are there. So check that once. How many edges are there? Total 12 edges are there. So let me draw edges once again. These are first edge, second edge, third edge, fourth edge. Next here, this is 1, this is 2, this is the third one. Next here, this is 1, this one is 2. Here, this one, this one, this one. So count those drawings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total how many edges are there for this? Total 12 edges are there. Total 12 edges are there. How many edges? 12 edges. Now, so from Gauss law, what is the formula? Total flux passing through the surface. Total flux passing through the surface. What is the formula? 1 by epsilon naught into total charge. What is the total charge enclosed? Only Q na. So Q by epsilon naught. This is the total flux that is passing through the cube. So what is the flux passing through the cube? That is Q by epsilon naught only. So here, how much flux that is passing? Q by epsilon naught. That is from entire cube, From entire cube, this is the flux. From entire cube, this is the flux passing through it. Now, next one, what is the value of flux passing through each phase? So, total is how much? Q by epsilon naught is the total. Now, so from each phase, how much flux that is going to pass? Total is Q by epsilon naught. How many phases are there? How many phases are there? 6 phases are there. That means from 6 phases, this is the flux. Now from one phase means 1 by 6 of this one. So flux passing through each phase formula is Q by 6 epsilon naught. Why? Because from all 6 phases, this is the flux. Now from one phase means just divide this one with 6 because 6 phases are there. So that divide this one, this equation with 6, then you will get Q by 6 epsilon naught. Similarly, so flux passing through any of the corner, flux passing through any of the corner is Q by 8 epsilon naught. Because how many corners are there? 8 corners are there. So that so flux passing through any one of the corner is Q by epsilon naught. Flux passing through all corners means this one only, total flux. Flux passing through all corners means this one only. That is nothing but a total flux. So flux passing through one corner means you have to take this one. Next, similarly, flux passing through each edge. How many edges are there? 12 edges are there. How many edges are there? 12 edges are there. So that flux passing through each edge is Q by 12 epsilon naught. Flux passing through each edge is Q by 12 epsilon naught. Q by 12 epsilon naught is the flux passing through each edge. So is this clear or not? Here 4 formulas are there. Total flux passing through the cube is Q by epsilon naught. Flux passing through each phase is Q by 6 epsilon naught because 6 phases are there. Next, flux passing through each corner is Q by 8 epsilon naught. Flux passing through each edge is Q by 12 epsilon naught. So these are the 4 formulas related to this diagram. So this is an important one. Go through it. Next one, just go through this diagram. Here is a cube. Now charge is placed on one surface of the cube. Here, where I placed charge, that is on one surface of the cube. So here is the charge, not within the cube. That is on one surface. Now, so in this case, what we need to do to calculate flux? So first one is, first you have to close that charge. First you have to close that charge. That is the basic concept. What is the basic concept? If you want to calculate flux, then you have to close the charge first. Now to close this one, we need to place other cube here, like this. If you place other cube, that is indicated with a dashed line, now the charge is closed. To close this one, what we need to do? We need to place other cube at that first. Now that was closed. Charge was closed now. Now, what is the total flux? Formula is Q by epsilon naught only. So total flux passing through these two surfaces is Q by epsilon naught. Next, flux passing through one cube, any one of the cube. So here how many cubes are there? 2 cubes are there. Now flux passing through any one of the cube is how much? Half of this one, because how many are there? So for example, if 10 is the flux passing through surface, 5 number of field lines passing through this cube, 5 are passing through that cube. So that flux passing through each cube is half of the total one. So how many cubes are there? Only 2, na? So that total flux will shared by these 2 cubes. So Q by 2 epsilon naught is the flux passing through each cube. So this much only. So is this clear or not? So ఏం చేయాలి? సో ఎప్పుడైనా ఛార్జ్ ని ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ క్లోజ్ చేయాలి మనం. సో క్లోజ్ చేయడానికి ఎన్ని సర్ఫేస్లు అవసరం అయితే చూసుకోండి. సో ఇక్కడ ఇంకొక సర్ఫేస్ దీని పక్కన ప్లేస్ చేస్తే క్లోజ్ అయిపోతుంది. నౌ దెన్ గో త్రూ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్. here. For this cube, charge is located at one corner. This is the charge. Here is the charge. The charge is located at one corner of the cube. Charge is located at one corner of the cube. Now, to close this one, what we need to do? How many cubes we need to place? Just check this diagram. How many cubes are there in this diagram? To close that one, how many cubes I need to place? So just give that number. How many cubes are there here? To close this one, so this side one cube we need to place, this side one cube, and total 4 here, and back side also 4. So check this diagram once. So in this diagram, how many cubes are there? So this is the one cube. This is one cube. Next, this one is the other one. Second cube, that is the second one. So here is the third one. This is fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. Back side also there. For this one, back side also there. Eighth one is there. Is this clear? So now, total how many cubes are there? Total how many cubes are there? Total 8 cubes are there. Now total 8 cubes are there. So is this clear or not? So is the diagram is clear? To close that one, total 8 cubes required. So total 8. So already one cube is there. So that extra 7 required. Now total flux passing through 8 cubes is nothing but Q by epsilon naught only. That is from Gauss law. Flux passing through entire surface is Q by epsilon naught. Charge enclosure by epsilon naught. How much is that enclosure charge? Q only. So Q by epsilon naught. Now flux passing through each cube. How many cubes are there? 8 cubes are there. So that flux passing through each cube is how much? Q by 8 epsilon naught. Flux passing through each cube is Q by epsilon naught because total 8 cubes are there. So flux passing through each cube is Q by epsilon naught, 8 epsilon naught. Next one. So here flux passing through one phase opposite to the charge. So flux passing through a phase opposite to the charge. Opposite to the charge, how many phases are there? Total 24 phases are there. So that flux passing through each phase is Q by 24 epsilon naught. Here, opposite to the charge, total how many phases are there? 24 phases will be there. So that flux passing through each phase that is opposite to the charge is Q by 24 epsilon naught. These are the 3 formulas related to this concept. Total flux is always Q by epsilon naught only. Here, total how many cubes are there? 8 cubes are there. So that flux passing through each cube is Q by 8 epsilon naught. Next one, how many phases are there? That is opposite to the charge. 24 phases are there. So that flux passing through each phase is Q by 24 into epsilon naught. Next one. So last one in this Gauss law. Last application for this Gauss law, 9th one. Now a long straight wire of density lambda penetrates hollow body as shown. Then the flux emerges from the body is here. What is given? So this is a long straight wire that is emerges or penetrates through a hollow body and emerges from the body. Then flux is So flux, what is the basic formula for flux? Flux equal to flux phi equal to q by epsilon naught na. Flux phi equal to q by epsilon naught. Now for this one, what is the charge? So charge can be written as charge per unit length into length by epsilon naught. We can write charge per unit length formula is charge by length. Now from that one, charge can be written as lambda into L. So flux passing through the surface is equal to lambda into L by epsilon naught. So here also by is there, lambda into L by epsilon naught. This is the formula. Flux passing through that surface is lambda into length by epsilon naught is the value. That is the flux passing through that surface. So how much length we need to consider? The length that is within the conductor only. This length only we need to consider. That length, not entire length. Is this clear or not? So flux passing through this type of is nothing but a charge can be written as charge per unit length into length. Just replace the charge with lambda. What is the formula for lambda? Lambda equal to q by L. From that one, q can be written as lambda into L. Now, so examples. Go through this one. Try to solve this one for a few minutes. Try to solve this one. So what is given? A cylinder of radius R and length L placed in a uniform electric field E parallel to the cylinder axis. Then total flux for the surface of the cylinder. So here, how is the diagram? So assume that this is a cylinder. So assume that this one is the cylindrical surface. Now, so these are unit that is placed in a uniform electric field. So electric field lines are directed like this. These are the electric field lines. These are the electric field lines. Now, what is the flux passing through the surface? Is asking a total flux passing through the cylinder. Now, what is the value? So here, how many surfaces are there? This side, circular surface, one surface. This circular, two. This is a cylindrical surface, three. Total three surfaces are there. Total, how many surfaces are there? Three surfaces are there. Now calculate flux passing through any of the surface and add these three, then you will get the answer. R. So other one also we discussed in the previous cases. So check this one, sir. What is the last point in Gauss law? This one. If a closed body is placed in an electric field, total flux linked with the body is how much? 0. Is it correct or not? So from this concept, we can conclude that flux passing through the surface is equal to 0. For this one also, what is the answer? 0 is the answer. Because this is placed in an electric field. Na? Cylinder is placed in an electric field. If any object is placed, if a closed object is placed in electric field, then flux is 0. So answer is 0 is the answer. Option D correct. What is option D? 0 is the R. So calculate the flux passing through second surface, first surface, third surface. Just add those three, then you will get the answer. You can solve like that also. Flux passing through first surface, second surface, third surface. So add all these three, then you will get 0 only. Either of the process, no issue. So if any closed object is placed in electric field, how much is the flux? 0 only. No need to calculate also. Directly you can write. Next one. Try to solve this one. So direct formula only. This one is a Direct formula only. Can you solve this one? Here, electric charge Q is placed at the center of a cube of side length alpha. The electric flux on one of its face will be electric flux passing through one face. He is asking. Now, what is the answer for that? One face. What is the formula? Flux passing through one face. So here, area concept not there. Na Q by epsilon not only. So that we can remove these two options. This one we can remove because only Q by epsilon naught term is there, no area term or no 4 pi term. So that we can remove those two options. Then, so A and D is there. Which one you are going to select? You have to calculate flux passing through one of its face. Face. How many faces are there for cube? 6 faces are there. So that Q by 6 epsilon naught is the answer. That is formula only, direct formula. So already we discussed that one. Flux passing through a face. So flux passing through face is how much? Q by 6 epsilon naught only. Is this clear or not? Next problem. Next one. Try to solve this one. So electric flux coming out of a unit positive charge put in air. So electric flux coming out of a positive charge, unit positive charge. So that means charge is given as Q equal to 1. So electric flux formula is Q by epsilon naught. Na? So substitute 1 for Q. So 1 by epsilon naught or epsilon naught inverse is the answer. That is the flux. So what is given? Flux coming out of unit positive charge. Unit positive charge. So that Q equal to plus 1. Now substitute that value in basic flux equation, that is phi equal to Q by epsilon naught. Then you will get 1 by epsilon naught power minus 1. So option B is the correct one. What is the correct answer? Option B is the correct answer. Next one. Go through the next one. A cube of side length L placed in a uniform electric field where E equal to EI. Then net electric flux passing through a cube. Net electric flux passing through a cube he is asking. Net electric flux passing through a cube. What is the net electric flux passing through cube? So any closed object placed in a uniform electric field, what is the concept? Electric flux is how much?
0.
0. So answer should be 0. First option is the correct one. Answer is 0. First option. Next one. Try to solve this one. 8 dipoles of charge magnitude E are placed inside a cube. Then electric flux coming out of the cube will be. So total 8 dipoles are there. 8 dipoles. For each dipole, what is the total charge? For each dipole, what is the total charge? Dipole means positive and negative charge is there, na? Equal magnitude, positive and negative charge are also there. So then what is the total charge for each dipole? 0. Total charge is 0. So 8 charges are there. So Q total is how much? 8 into Q. So 8 into 0, 0. So flux equal to Q enclosed or Q total by epsilon naught. Q total is 0. So flux also 0. So for this one also answer is 0. So here 8 dipoles. Any number of dipoles are there. So for each dipole charge is how much? Total charge is how much? 0 only. For each dipole total charge is 0 only. So 8 dipoles are there. 10 dipoles are there. So for that one also, or 100 dipoles are there. For that one also total charge is 0 only. So that if total charge is 0, flux also 0. So what is the answer? Which option is the correct one? Option D is the correct one. Option D is the correct. Next, this one. This is an important model. Go through it. So electric charge is uniformly distributed along a long straight wire of radius 1 mm. So electric charge is distributed, uniformly distributed along a long straight wire. So what is the straight wire here? This is the straight wire. So uniform charge is distributed along the straight wire. Now charge per unit length, charge per centimeter of the wire is q coulombs. That means lambda is given as q coulombs, q. So that is a charge per centimeter. So what is the formula for lambda? Lambda equal to charge by length, charge per unit length. So from this one, q can be written as, he gave that lambda as a charge by 1 centimeter. So q equal to lambda into 1 centimeter. For each centimeter, charge is a q. Next one. Next one. Another cylindrical surface of radius 50 centimeter and length 1 meter symmetrically encloses the wire as shown. Then total electric flux is. Now what is given? For 1 centimeter, how much is the charge is there? For 1 centimeter, what is the value of charge? Q coulombs. What is the value of charge? Q coulombs is the value of charge per 1 centimeter. So what is given? The charge per centimeter length, charge is Q. So that I am writing for 1 centimeter, how much is the charge? Q is the charge. Now, this one is how much is the length? What is the length of this cylindrical one? Length of the cylindrical one is how much? 1 meter. 1 meter is the length of the cylindrical surface. 1 meter is the length of the cylindrical surface. Now, what is the value of that one? What is the value of charge enclosed by this one? 1 meter means how many centimeters? 100 centimeters. Charge is, let it be Q total. So take ratio between these two. 1 by 100 equal to Q by Q total. Now Q total equal to 100 into Q. Q total equal to 100 into Q. So what is the charge enclosed by this surface? 100 into Q. Now flux formula. Q total by epsilon naught. So Q total is how much? 100 Q. 100 into Q by epsilon naught. So this is the answer. So here first we calculated charge within this length. Charge within this length. How much it is? For 1 centimeter charge is Q. So for 100 centimeters, let it be Q total. So for 100 centimeter length, 100 Q. 1 centimeter ki charge Q అయితే 100 centimeter ki charge ఎంత అవుతుంది? 100 Q అవుతుంది. అదే ఇక్కడ మనకు వచ్చింది కూడా. సో ఏం ఇచ్చాడు ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ లో 1 సెంటీమీటర్ కి ఛార్జ్ ఎంత అంటున్నాడు? Q అంటున్నాడు. సో ఇప్పుడు 100 సెంటీమీటర్ కి ఛార్జ్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? 100 Q అవుతుంది. సో ఫ్లక్స్ ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? గాస్ లా నుంచి Q బై ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్. Q ఎంత? 100 Q. Q టోటల్ ఎంత? 100 Q బై ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్. సో 100 Q బై ఎప్సిలాన్ నాట్ is the answer. So which option is correct one? Option B is correct one. Which option is correct? Option B is the correct one. Next, try to solve this one.
B, sir.
So here within the surface, how many charges are there? Only Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q1 is inside, Q2 inside, Q3 inside, but Q4 is outside. So according to Gauss law, how many charges we need to choose? Only charges within the surface only we need to select. So only Q1, Q2, Q3 are there. So that Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 by epsilon naught is the answer. That is the flux. Flux other formula is E bar dot A bar na. So E1 plus E2 plus E3 dot A bar. We can write like that also. So second option is the correct one. Second one is the correct one. Next one. Next question. Gauss law should be invalid if there were magnetic monopoles, the inverse square law were not exactly true, the velocity of light were not universal constant, none of these. None of these. So what is the correct option for this? Option B is the correct. Inverse law are not exactly true. If inverse square law is not valid there, then Gauss law is also not valid. Gauss law is not valid when inverse square law is not valid at that location. Next one. Try to solve this one. Here the inward and outward electric flux are of a closed surface are 8 into 10 power 3 and 4 into 10 power 3. Then total charge inside the surface is. So this model also important. So here inward and outward flux is given. Then what is the charge? So what is the sign convention for inward and outward? Inward and outward fluxes. So already we discussed that one. So let me check that one. So what is the sign convention? In first slide that is there, I think. Take this one. Fourth point. For a closed body, outward flux is taken as a positive and inward flux is taken as a negative. ఎలా గుర్తుంటది? సో ఎలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటారు? పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ ఉంది అనుకోండి, ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లైన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? అవే ఫ్రమ్ ది పాజిటివ్ ఛార్జ్ అయినా అవుట్వర్డ్. అంటే అవుట్వర్డ్ ఉందంటే పాజిటివ్ అని తీసుకోండి. అదే నెగిటివ్ ఛార్జెస్ కి ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లైన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? ఇన్వర్డ్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఇన్వర్డ్ ఉంటే నెగిటివ్ అంతే. అలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు. ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లైన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకుని కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు. ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లైన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకుని గుర్తుంచుకోవచ్చు. సో ఇది ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ చెక్ చేయండి. సో ఇన్వర్డ్ ఫ్లక్స్ అంటే ఫ్లక్స్ రాయండి. గివెన్ డేటా వాట్ ఈస్ గివెన్? సో హియర్ ఇన్వర్డ్ ఫ్లక్స్ ఈజ్ హౌ మచ్? ఇన్వర్డ్ ఫ్లక్స్ లెట్ ఇట్ బి 5 8 into 10 power -3. ఇది పాజిటివ్ తీసుకోవాలా నెగిటివ్ తీసుకోవాలా? ఫస్ట్ ఇన్వర్డ్ కదా అన్నాడు అంటే 8 into 10 power -3. ఇది పాజిటివ్ నా నెగిటివ్ నా?
Negative.
నెగిటివ్. నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ వన్ అవుట్వర్డ్. How much it is? 4 into 10 power -3. So this should be positive. Next, according to Gauss law, total flux nothing but phi1 plus phi2. So because the flux is a scalar quantity, so that we can add directly. So phi1 plus phi2 equal to q by epsilon naught. We can elaborate like that also. So total flux phi equal to sum of the individuals phi1 plus phi2. Substitute that one. So phi1 is how much? -8 into 10 power -3 plus 4 into 10 power -3 equal to q by epsilon naught. Answer is in terms of epsilon naught only. Okay. So here in this one, how much it is this side? -4 into 10 power -3 equal to q by epsilon naught. Now from this one, q can be written as -4 into 10 power -3 into epsilon naught. -4 into 10 power -3 into epsilon naught is the answer. So which option is the correct one? This one. C represents coulombs. SI unit. Next, go through the next one. Next, a charge q is placed at a center of a cube, then flux passing through one face
Q by
Already we
6 pi.
completed, na? So Q by 6 epsilon naught. Fourth option is the correct one, I think. Which one is correct? Fourth option. How many faces are there? Total 6 faces are there, na? So Q by 6 epsilon naught. Option D correct. Next, go through this one. Here, charge distribution. Here plus Q and plus Q are within the surface and other plus Q is outside the surface. Then, what is the flux? How much is the flux passing through the surface? So, flux equal to Q total by epsilon naught. How much is the total charge? Q plus Q now only within the surface only we need to consider. Charges within the surface only we need to take. Here, how many charges are there within the surface? Plus Q and plus Q. So that plus Q plus Q. So it should be 2Q. 2Q by epsilon naught is the flux. So what he is asking? Flux, na? So that option B is correct.